Greetings. My name is Diane Makeda Johnson. I am a Master's of Art student at Liberty University. And today I'm going to share with you what I have learned in our interpersonal communication skills program. Next slide. For this course, we had 4 great books, and just their titles will give you some indication of what the journey has been. And I call them my tools. Listening, the forgotten skill. How to solve the people puzzle. Bridges, not walls. Why don't we listen better? Exciting titles. I was ready to take the course when I saw the titles. And then my own special book, the Holy Bible, that has my meditation when it comes to communication. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my God, my strength and my Redeemer. Communications, next slide, is a art. I didn't understand that prior to this course. It's 40% listening, 35% talking, 16% reading, and 9% writing. So we know how important listening is. Next slide. Interpersonal communication occurs when 2 people agree to engage and engage in a manner that maximizes the person. Overarching goal. Our overarching goal is a goal that encompasses the most important aspect of what you would like to achieve. And my overarching goal is to be an authentic communicator and to enhance the quality of my relationships. To address my failure to self-disclose. Next slide. Enlarging the conversation. A conversation requires 2 parties to engage in a process of inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling is when you listen. Exhaling is when you share. Who am I? My background. I'm a mother. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. And I'm a community servant. I am a servant leader. I enjoy working with others and helping them to achieve their optimal greatness. Next slide. Who am I? According to the assessments that we did, I am a S in the DISC model. We had 2 assessments. Next slide. Queendom, where I scored an 82 overall, which sort of indicates that I am a good communicator. I had 3 areas that I had lower scores in. They were assertiveness, I had a 78. Listening, I had a 72. And emotional management, I had a 75. I attribute those to my failure to self-disclose. And the uniquely you graph. 1, this is expected of me. I was a personality type S. 2, this is me. I was a DSC. My next slide, interpersonal communication barriers. Assertiveness, emotional management, listening, balancing my personal and private or public and private persona, and my tendency to interrupt. How am I going to address these? Number 1, for my assertiveness, I'm going to practice more self-disclosure and finding someone that I can share with openly. I'm going to speak more publicly. I'm going to listen attentively both in my public and private life. I'm going to clarify misunderstandings quickly by asking questions. I'm going to respect the speaker's right to his thought and expression and stop my interruptions. Next. Who am I? This is expected of me. Given my story about my background, it's clear that I am an S, a person who is dependable, stable, and responsible. This is me. My personality type reflects my private persona. My behavior blend is in line with my upbringing and my background. My strengths, next slide, is determined, steady, contemplative, task-oriented, challenging, and loyal. My weaknesses are that I can be too careful. I can appear to be too submissive. I can be shy. I can be overcautious. And I can appear not to be assertive. But mostly, I can be too sacrificial. Noise pollution. We have noise. Noise pollution impacts our ability to hear clearly and communicate clearly. There's internal noise and external noise. Internal noise is that noise that chatters in our head when we should be listening. It shouts and clouds and overshadows what we hear. And it usually have, next slide, examples. For me, internal noises is attitudes, values, my past experiences, my fatigue. If I'm tired when I get home, I'm not an effective listener. Ways that I can improve this is to become a more empathetic listener. Acknowledge when I'm about to flat brain. Flat braining is when your emotions are overcharged, which gets back to my emotional management. Take notes and acknowledge when I am using filters. Next, external noise. Talk is mannerism, interruptions, loud noises, whispering, and doodling. My solutions are to see beyond the external, to ask if there is a good time to speak, to move to a more conducive location, to listen attentively, and to acknowledge nonverbal indicators. Next. My action plan is to practice more self-disclosure, to take time to formulate my messages, to confirm that I am hearing by paraphrasing, to speak authentically and lovingly, to avoid using emotionally charged words, to be clear in communicating my needs, to be more attentive to nonverbal communications. In conclusion, effective communication is an ongoing spiritual journey. For me, it will require introspection, prayer, as I strive to enjoy healthier relationships. I will improve my listening skills, and I will accomplish the journey of enlarging my conversation. Thank you so much for sharing with me.